Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Straight Betting, Late Looks, all that good stuff. I'm sorry, apologies here. Let me quick get that muted. Okay, cool. Just want to quick get this out here. Cool. All right, yeah, let's dig into it. So, look, guys, I just made a play. I only have one play for tonight so far. Love stuff here. I mean, the deeper we get into the season, the tighter the lines are going to be, the tougher it's going to be to bet. So, beating playoff lines close to tip is definitely very hard. I am. I talked about this dude earlier, and I do like the fact that Isaiah Stewart is out. Sorry, guys. Mike is. Let me quick switch that over. Okay, cool. Yeah, I do like that Isaiah Stewart's out. I played Asar Thompson over 17.5 PRA just now. Let me quick get that up. Cool. Yeah, Asar over 17.5 PRA. Look, guys, I mean, I do think there's going to be a little adjustment coming on to Cade where they do play him decently aggressively. He kind of cooked them last game. They lost the game. So do you think that Asar's had like brutal luck with foul trouble recently? He's not going to foul out every single game. And I think it does help being in Detroit. There's hype talk around Jalen Brunson playing off ball a little bit more. That's what he said, at least, just sharing the ball a little bit more. I think his chance of getting in foul trouble are much low. He's not going to get into foul trouble every single game. That's what's keeping his line low right now. They're aggressive on Cade. No Isaiah Stewart, and the Pistons actually showed some like Asar at the 5 looks in game 1. So who knows, might be able to get to that. I think that no Stewart definitely does matter, though, for the rotation. Can maybe help him earn some minutes. Obviously, Jalen Duren also is prone to foul trouble. You don't really want Paul Reed out there. So, yeah, I think that this is a great buy low spot on the SAR. I think his PRA per minute can be pretty good based on the coverages that Cade Cunningham should be able to see. So, yeah, I'm going with the SAR over 17.5 PRA for my only official pick of this game. But, yeah, guys, let's talk about Knicks Pistons a little bit. Let's see, we got some comments going on. Ty, Knicks or Detroit? Ooh, yeah. Knicks or Detroit, man. This game's literally a coin toss, ain't it? I think it's a 1 point spread. Or let's see what it is. It is. Knicks are okay at 1.5. Yeah, I mean Detroit's gonna be rocking, right? This is their first playoff game in so long, man. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be like a good one, I think. Alex, yeah, what's good, Alex? So let's get that bag, yes, sir. Recently, yeah, I mean, I had a strike on YouTube for the past week. Said something that triggered the system, and yeah, so live and you learn, eh? So I couldn't post a stream for a week, but yeah, it's fine. We're back now. Gang HOS in this bitch. Who's HOS? House of Stims? I have no clue who HOS is. What's up, Cayman? How we doing? Yeah, guys. So Detroit and the Knicks, like I said, guys. Yeah, I see some Brunson assist, cat point stuff. Yeah, I like Jalen Brunson under points a little bit. We're definitely getting a nice sell number. Yeah, just it's Tibbs, right? Tibbs is just tough to trust. But I think that they've been playing the offense wrong. And that definitely correlates with both of like your plays, right? Cat, picking up some slack for Brunson, getting a nice low number on Cat as well. Brunson assists. But yeah, I could definitely see that. So I don't know what his assist line is at. 6.5 minus 128 at FD. That's a pretty good line, honestly. So yeah, I think that stuff makes sense for sure. I'm just kind of gonna stay away from Nick stuff here. I really like Mitchell Robinson PR here. Obviously had success on the glass last game. I think that Paul Reed being the backup center is definitely definitely better for Mitch, who will definitely, have some minutes matched up with Reed at the 5. I think he can dominate the glass there in those minutes for sure. And by the way, guys, this is kind of a sneaky angle. I like Paul Reed under 3.5 rebounds a lot. It is fairly juiced, which is why I'm not playing it. But the dude only played 11 minutes. I just don't think he's very good, to be honest, man. And, if Duren gets into foul trouble, maybe that could cook it. But I just think that they have better options. They could even go small, like with the Sar at the 5. And just like, yeah, most of his minutes are gonna be with or Mitchell Robinson on the court. You're just not really rebounding as a center matched up with Mitchell Robinson like that. Uh, yeah, Mitch is just great on the glass. He boxes out on defense. That's why he doesn't really grab a ton of defensive rebounds. And then on the offensive glass, he just absolutely goes crazy. So yeah, big fan of Paul Reed under 3.5 rebounds, as strange as it sounds. And it's like he only played 11 minutes, guys, last game. This is like with 8 to 15 minutes, 9 out of 23 games he's under in. So only averaging 3.2 rebounds. I think it's like an absolutely terrible matchup. Like terrible, terrible, terrible. So if the minute range is right, 8 to 15, probably have him for like around 12. And he's averaging like 11.9, 3.2, right? I think that Reed under rebounds is a pretty solid angle. Like I said, I'm not gonna play it. It's just super juiced. And yeah, so probably not gonna play it, but I do like it a ton. How do I feel about Hart under rebounds? I like all Josh Hart unders, to be honest, man. It's not going to happen, but they really should be playing Mitch more, genuinely. Um, yeah, Josh just he's just not playing with confidence, man. Played 40 minutes, only had 22 PRA last game, only had 7 rebounds. Did do good in that first game. I swear Josh Hart had like 4 um had like 4 like wide open layups in the fourth quarter. So yeah, I don't really know what happened there. But yeah, no, I'm a big fan of Josh Hart under anything, to be honest with you. I just I just can't trust Tibbs to make an adjustment and play more Mitch minutes, less Josh, but that just makes all the sense in the world. So yeah, big fan of Josh unders. Yeah, Dismal. I'll get to this in a little bit. I love it, by the way, but I'll talk about it once we get to the other game. I just want to spend some time on this next game because it does start in a little bit. Whole game's a toss up. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, there's not just like a ton of stuff that I love. I think that you can kind of sell yourself on a fair bit of stuff. A lot of the Piston stuff comes down to like how they defend Cade. Like, are they going to be aggressive on him after kind of getting cooked by him and allowing a ton of easy middies and stuff. And they showed that in game 1 where they were hyper aggressive on Cade, right? And got the win. Then they didn't, got the loss. So yeah, lean towards that. Yeah, Nick stuff. I think you could sell yourself on a lot of stuff. I think that most of the Nick stuff is kind of narrative-y though, if that makes sense. Like I do think that they go out of their way. Holy crap. Someone, guys, Cat over 4.5 first quarter points was plus money last night. Now it's minus 154 at FanDuel at for 5.5. That's actually ridiculous. Yeah, I think that they're gonna really go out of their way for that. Threes ladder for Detroit. Oh yeah, crash. I'm not gonna lie. I think that Tim Hardaway is a pretty good bet too. I like how you mentioned ladder because he definitely. The thing is with Tim, guys, is that Dennis Schroeder is actually very, very important in the series. Not only is he like a secondary creator off the bounce that Pistons really don't have, to be honest. Maybe I guess they have Tobias Harris, but Dennis Schroeder is like a great option for guarding Jalen Brunson. And yeah, and I think that Dennis playing a lot, at the 2, because Cade's gonna get his 40 minutes anyways. And like you see Dennis playing like 30 minutes too. So it's like, well, Dennis is playing like half the game with Cade Cunningham on the court. So yeah, I think that Tim is definitely interesting for a ladder. His threes, like 3+ threes, you could probably get a pretty penny on, right? Given that it's like minus 145 for 1.5. So yeah, I mean, yeah, Tim's had great volume this series though. Like genuinely, 28 minutes, 13 field goal attempts, and then 8 field goal attempts. Missed all of them, but 8 field goal attempts in 21 minutes is also like really good, right? And so, yeah, I'm a fan of Tim Alts. I think that makes a fair bit of sense. So yeah, cool with that as well. All right, guys. Jalen Duren too, guys. I will say, like I said, I'm on a SAR. Jalen Duren makes sense, dude. The thing is, if this game goes to script, right, or just goes to normal, I guess, like it's super competitive. Duren doesn't get into foul trouble. Duren probably will play like a shit ton of minutes. I will say that. Like Duren without Stewart, 37 minutes. I know there's a couple other games without Stewart in the regular season, but I mean the difference between Paul Reed and Isaiah Stewart is actually massive for the center minutes distribution because Paul Reed just like not a very good player. And Stewart, as much as like we troll him on the internet and people think he's ass because he just like the only highlights they see of Isaiah Stewart are fighting, That's what everyone says on the internet. But yeah, I mean Isaiah Stewart actually is going to play like 20 minutes every single game, and like Paul Reed is like going to play 11, 12 maybe. So yeah, Jalen Duren. I mean, his lines feel really low. I will say it's pretty concerning with Duren that he's taken 4 shots. He did get the stripe 6 times, but made all 6 of them. Like they 4 shots in each game. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I haven't really watched a ton. I would assume that Duren's probably not even being used in the pick and roll a lot, or maybe they're kind of over helping to take away the lob on Duren, and I guess leaving the corners open, which would kind of make sense why Tim Hardaway has been having all this volume. So yeah, I will say all I want to say about Duren is that like there's a legit chance that he plays 36 minutes tonight, and like 4 should be around like 30 or something like that. That's probably got some foul trouble included in it, but like 30 plus minutes. I mean, this dude absolutely crushes the line for the most part. So, and obviously, guys, this is like so much different, right? But I'm just saying that he was pretty close to like a PRA per minute guy in the regular season. Like you see, oh, actually, I guess he wasn't, but he ended the year good. So yeah, I mean, ended the last 30 games at 27 PRA and 27 minutes. So yeah, I don't know. I thought I just mentioned Jalen Duren. You have Coin on his boards at 10. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I think that makes a ton of sense. I don't know if anything's safe for Duren. It should be though, right? The thing that Duren's most consistent at is definitely rebounding. So, I mean, like, it, I don't know if anything's safe. Like 11 and a half is not safe, but like 30 plus minutes for Duren does pretty good with that. Let's see, like Alex said he has him on 10 plus. I'm guessing that's like a part of like a parlay piece or something. But yeah, I mean 10 plus rebounds feels very safe. Double double could be interesting. I wonder what I was looking for some Steven Adam props like game one. I just haven't like ever closed out of this. Jalen Duren. Let's see what double double's at. Yeah, I think like double double is probably the way to go, honestly. I mean, that's like such a short ass for Duren. Like with 30 plus minutes, I mean, this is 10 plus rebounds. Uh this is 10 plus points, right? Like that's like a 20 out of 24 hit rate on points, and then 22 out of 24 for that. So it's like Duren's rebound should be huge, and yeah. Or his minutes should be huge. Said his rebounds. I like one way to play Duren. Yeah, like I said, I'd probably go with the double double. So cool. Let's move on to OKC and Memphis. Yeah, I guess let's quick. I guess the one play I had for this game was Asar Thompson PRA. Yeah, we got OKC and Memphis here, guys. Look, I'm probably gonna end up playing something Shea related. Like I said, I just can't stress how due this dude is. He's incredibly due. I saw Pippen was at 10.5 sometime today. I do like that as well. I will get to the comment. Chet threes. I love Chet threes. I'm not gonna lie. I might play this officially. So yeah, it just his volume has been amazing. You got to give up something, right? You got to give up something to the Thunder, and just how they defend, right? It's like I've seen Chet get guarded by Edie this series. That's like a instant pick and pop three, like every single time. Then he also gets guarded by Jaren Jackson, who just roams off of him and overhelps as he always does. So yeah, I mean, he's at amazing volume, right? That's 21, 21 minutes, 4 attempts. That's really good. Like, what if he probably was on pace for what, like 5 or 6 attempts if he played normal minutes, and then he got eight up in 33 minutes. So yeah, I mean, Chet with what, like 4+3s attempted. I guess the hit rate's not crazy, but it's with Shea too. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I mean, I would probably have Chet for like 5 or 6 attempts here. So yeah, I definitely like this a ton. I think it's a really good look. Okay, where were we going here? Yeah, I got him and Tobias points, but I don't know. That's why I'm here. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I like Tobias too. He's like a very consistent player for the most part. Sometimes he'd be dropping like 0, but he hasn't really. He's been pretty consistent for the Pistons, and his minutes have been huge. So yeah, I don't mind that. Parlays, yeah, I might post a couple. I don't know, man. I started working, so it's like I was up last night, recording and editing a video for YouTube, and then had to get my sleep, and then I went to work for a few hours, and then I came back, walked my dog. So yeah, I didn't really have like any crazy like leans. I'll probably play something in the Denver Clipper game. I do think that that makes some sense. But yeah, I might do that. For the prop shop, that's a FTN prop shop. I just use that for double doubles. That was FTN prop shop doesn't really like they update their lines extremely slow. So the only thing I really use that for is double double stuff because props madness as great as it is, they don't have double doubles yet, which is fine. But yeah, that's the only thing I use FTN for is to check double doubles. Um, Yeah, I've been playing threes on whoever ED guards for a while. Yeah, well, ED doesn't guard. Like, he's not his primary defender, but Jaren also is like a great person for him to guard for sure. Hello, guys. Good luck for everyone. Hell yeah, let's get a Mick. Yeah. So guys, yeah, OKC and Memphis. Like I said, really like Shea stuff, man. I just think he's so due. Like I can't really stress it enough. And Aaron Wiggins, I guess he has a line at 6.5, 7.5. That's a little strange. Aaron Wiggins, for whatever reason, played 7 minutes last game. Did he get hurt? I don't know. I don't think he did. Which is really strange that he has a 6.5 line right after playing the that few of minutes. So, yeah, I think that Chet's in a great spot though. Chet and Shea from the OKC side for sure. And then we can go over to yeah, the Memphis Grizzlies. So John Morant, they've been letting him chuck. They don't really give a shit. The pick and roll actions are super easy for Ja to get in. I will say the shot quality isn't exactly great, but they definitely don't force the ball out of his hands. You could sell yourself on this spot being a good Memphis spot, I guess. They're down 0-2 at home. Season's basically over. I don't know. I think that what's the spread on this one? It is 10, which just seems like crazy low for how the series has panned out. But I think there's a decent chance that this game stays competitive. So if that happens, John Morant, I think he's a little interesting. Like I said, he hasn't went over yet, but he took 25 shots last game. That's like super encouraging. So Bane, on the other hand, they do play him pretty aggressively in the pick and roll. I don't think he's had assist chances really. Yeah, no. So Edie showing to be unplayable. So yeah, it's like Edie's a great under spot in my opinion. And actually, never mind, man. That's kind of stinky. This was at 20.5 last night. Done at 19.5, 18.5 most spots. So yeah, looks like the people got that one corrected. So yeah, Santi Aldama, reverse correlation with Edie, I think makes a little bit of sense. But yeah, for the most part, guys, I think like if you want to take an over on anyone here on Memphis and yeah, the Memphis players, it would be like Pippen, I think makes sense to me. I do wish this line was at 10.5. And I guess if you guys do have ESPN, I think this makes a fair bit of sense. But yeah, Ja and Pippen, I think are the guys to rock with here. Let's see, we got a couple questions. Jaren Jackson Jr. under 7.5 rebounds and assists. I don't hate that. I really don't hate that at all. So he's just a terrible rebounder, terrible assist guy. 5 and 6. Yeah. Yeah, I like it, man. I do like it. I will say, just like, if this game is close and Jaren stays out of foul trouble, he will probably play like 40 something, like 40 minutes. But yeah, no, Jaren, he just is such a bad rebounder. So I'm definitely game with it. Think it's a good look. What's up, J-Man? How are we doing? Okay, guys, gonna quick take a little time, guys. If you guys are on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Helps me out a ton, helps other people see my content, and helps straight betting have some longevity to it. So if you guys are kind enough, if you guys do think that this content provides you value in any sort of way, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, gonna give this a go again, but I do want to take a little time to shout out Novig. It's a peer-to-peer betting app, which is great that it's peer-to-peer because oftentimes they do have the best price in market, and it's just a good place to bet at. They are legal in 42 states. So yeah, just it's a great platform. I'm a big fan of it. I've been using it a ton for MLB specifically, even though I kind of chilled out on betting MLB, but it's just great to have in your back pocket because of because of the prices they have, and yeah. like okay, I'll say something after this, but no, seriously, guys, Novig is great, and you guys should definitely go check it out. I have a link down below, and use code Betten for your first deposit, get you 50% off in Novig Cash up to $25. So yeah, make sure to go check that out. It's also a great way to support the channel. So yeah, but Novig truly is great. So once again, go check it out. Yeah, guys. So, man, I'm just a little bit scarred with like these like I love doing this, but I'm a little bit scarred with what I can say, what I can't say when I'm like being myself and trying to because I truly do like Novig, honestly. Like I think it's like great. I think all this peer-to-peer stuff is great, but like this the selling points on advertising, right? It just like I guess I gotta watch what I say. I can't be my true authentic self on why I think that these are so great. So that kind of stinks. And I guess I'm just screwing up my words then because I want to say what's on my head, but I can't say it. So yeah. Duran 4+ assists, yeah, no, J man, I'm a fan of Duran stuff, man. Like I said, I think he has a good chance of playing like 36 minutes. So yeah, anything like that, I think makes a ton of sense. So yeah, make sure to think that Duran alts are a good way to play it, double, all that good stuff. So yeah, love Duran stuff here. Okay, I guess let's quick go over to Denver at the Clippers, guys. Honestly, I really like Bogey. Not bogey lines, but bogey alts. So I think his threes are, yeah. I think that he's actually had really solid volume so far. 5 shots, didn't make any, 15 minutes, 12 minutes, 3 shots, 3 threes. I don't know, man. I recorded with Sammy G. Props, go check him out on Twitter. He's great. Recorded with him last night, and he mentioned that Bogey just has super good splits at home or compared to the road, which makes sense for role players and stuff. But Bogey's actually been playing like he's been such a liability, kind of. He was in that first game. I don't know, man. I'm just feeling Bogey. I think that he was like plus 200 to hit 2 threes at Bet365. So yeah, I'm probably going to be dabbling in some Bogey alts because the shots will definitely be there for him, especially with how Kawhi and Harden have taken advantage of him. I think that I know that Denver, if you scroll down here, they were leaking spot ups all year, right? And obviously that's like what Bogey's role is for the most part on the Clippers. So yeah, I think we're gonna see a lot of overhelping, and yeah, just Bogey. He's a great shooter. Like we forget because he's been terrible this postseason, but he really is a great shooter. So like he could easily no one Bogey hits 2 threes in like a 4-quarter stint in the first quarter, like no one's gonna be surprised. So yeah, I kind of just want to dabble on some Bogey alts this game, and that's like my strongest take. I'm a big fan of Kawhi assists, and guys, I think that the way to attack this is, like I said, if you guys listen to the early thing, I'm sorry, or my video earlier, my also posted on podcast, by the way, on Spotify and Apple. So yeah, if you guys listen to that, I'm probably gonna sound like a broken record, but the MPJ news is like super important, and Sammy mentioned this yesterday, and I'm in complete agreement with it. But with MPJ out there, Clippers have to respect MPJ as a spot up shooter. But if MPJ misses with that shoulder injury, or if he gets benched, or just can't really play through it, or is ineffective, which we've seen this series, then the Jokic doubles are just going to be through the roof, insanely aggressive, because Russell Westbrook's going to be on the court for like 40 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that Russell Westbrook points are going to be very valid if MPJ misses. Even if he doesn't, I wonder what it's at right now, but let's see. Russ is at 11.5. I think his threes are super intriguing too. At I guess this dipped a little bit. It was like plus 200 earlier, but I mean he's gonna shoot him. So it's Russell Westbrook. You got to take that into account, I guess. But yeah, so basically with that MPJ stuff, if MPJ's playing, it's much better for Jokic to score the rock. And if not, Jokic is going to get doubled at will because they're just going to leave Westbrook wide open and try to bait him into taking 20 shots, which he probably will. If genuinely, guys, if MPJ misses, like Russell Westbrook probably will take 20 shots. So, or he'll be probably close to that mark, unless he starts the game 0 for 8 and is literally unplayable, which is definitely in the range of outcomes. But Yeah, I think you guys got to wait for this Denver news. Another thing too, guys, is that I've seen people on Kawhi's assists. I know Sammy was, and I agree with it too. But Denver's got to be a little bit more aggressive on Kawhi. This version of Kawhi is like ridiculously good. Um, I I really like his rebounds and assists at 10.5 if MPJ does not play because he's been guarding MPJ a little too much for my likings. It hasn't been every possession, but yeah, if MPJ misses, like you're not gonna waste Kawhi or Kawhi might maybe he guards Westbrook, maybe he guards Gordon, either or. That's way better for rebounding position because when you're guarding MPJ, you're kind of just like hugging him. Like those possessions when you're guarding MPJ, you're just hugging him. You're just like, okay, I'm staying home on you. And if you're just like chilling around the 3-point line, like not over helping, like you're just never going to be in rebounding position. So I think this could be a good Kawhi rebound spot sneakily if MPJ does indeed not play. So yeah, a lot of stuff hinging on, injuries and stuff. I think that Norm Powell is a little bit due. Him at 16.5 is a little bit intriguing. Really shot the ball poorly early, but they just don't really have anyone to guard him. And coming in, I was like, I think that this makes a ton of sense. It's like a role player going home, so you gotta like that. I don't have the shooting splits in front of me, and I was actually looking at Scottie Pippen, guys, before this stream, and he shot the ball 48% from deep on the road this year, and so he was like a reverse splits guy, which is really strange. But yeah, who was I gonna look at? Norman Powell stats home versus away. Let's just quick check it out. Yeah, so at the crib, worst scoring average. I don't really think that matters. So he was pretty much like equivalent. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So yeah, I do like Norm. I think he's intriguing. So yeah, I think that makes sense there. But yeah, bogey alts is something I'm probably gonna play, and Denver stuff a lot just hinges on MPJ. So yeah, sorry, Alex, I can't give you anything right away except for I'm gonna be on bogey alts for like sprinkles, not for like full unit plays or official plays. But on the side, Alex, I'm definitely going to be playing some bogey 2+3s, maybe even some 3+3s. So there you go. That's what I endorse for this one. All right, guys. Looks like we don't really have any more questions, which is fine. I guess streams are kind of drying up, especially on YouTube, man. This time off absolutely cooked YouTube for me, which stinks. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Enjoy some hoops tonight. Let's all have fun. Good luck if you're betting. Let's try to win some money. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, reminder: please like, subscribe. It means the world to me. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. And see you guys next time. Oh, Cat already got over. Shocker, man. Yeah, shit. You can. Yeah, man. Damn. Oh, you played it. I hope you played it. I should have. Like I said, it was 4.5 last night at plus money, and I should have definitely played that. Good stuff. One last question: Harden points. Yeah. I don't really have a great read on this, to be honest. I'm more of a fan of like the role guys on Clippers, to be honest with you, because they were playing pretty aggressive on Harden in the pick and roll last game. They eventually became aggressive on Kawhi, so you kind of want guys who are ready to like spot up. And I think it's like Norm, Dunn, Jones, and Bogey. So yeah, like I said, I don't think Harden. I'm not a big fan of that line, and I probably have just the slightest lean towards the under on that. Bridges got a 3-pointer. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. Yep, you guys are making me want to go watch this game, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Definitely should be live tomorrow, I believe. I might. I got to be a dog sitter tomorrow for my dog and someone else's dog, so we'll see about that. But yeah, so thank you guys once again for tuning in, and catch you next time.